One question you might have is you open up that container and to check to see if your seeds are germinating and you see this. You think, my goodness, this is what I thought when I first grew microgreens. What is this? Is this mold on my seeds? And the answer is nope, it's not mold. What it is, these are actually root hairs. So we don't usually get to see those because when we're starting plants from seeds, the roots are growing below the surface, but we're growing microgreens on top of the surface. So when they first start germinating, you are going to see these root hairs. So when you're taking the top off, you will see these. So what I usually do is I just spray them, and you'll for sure know that they're root hairs. If you spray them, they kind of go away. If you still see that fuzzy stuff after you sprayed it, you might have mold and you want to throw that away and then start again. But this is very typical that you'll see. So just spray it with water. It'll go away if they're the root hairs. So what happens if you have droopy microgreens? It's probably most likely either you're giving it too much sun or you need to increase the moisture. So again, just make sure your container, your growing medium always is nice and moist. That's going to help prevent droopy microgreens. What about if it's really leggy? A lot of times you see leggy plants because they're kind of trying to reach towards the sun or trying to find light. If you've ever grown a plant like on a patio, it's usually going to be kind of reaching and a little bit leggy trying to find the light. You just want to increase the light. So maybe move it to a different spot, add a grow light, or find a spot that has a longer light hours, again, 10+ hours. What about if your seeds just aren't germinating? They're kind of not even getting to this point where you start to see the cotyledons. There's a couple things that could be the reason. Again, going back to water, you've heard me say it, your growing medium maybe is not moist enough, so work on the moisture. You might have it too hot or too cold. Remember, about 70 degrees is ideal, 65 to 75. Maybe your seeds weren't a very good quality. That could definitely impact it. Maybe they weren't stored properly or they're really old and have a really low germination rate. So those are all things to think about if you're not finding that your seeds are germinating.